think we're on here. I think we are. Oh, thank you for the follow, Sexy Salmonella. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. The pilot episode of the Teach Me Anything. Well, it's just Teach Me. Teach Me live, because we tried to get this, the Teach Me, the username, but it's taken. Teach Me live. So we're learning live. The whole basis of this channel is finding skills that pique our interest, or not even skills, maybe just things you want to learn how to do things. Look them up live, stream it live, and then get the input of chat to give us any pointers. Or if you're an expert in it, if you're an expert in the pretty much the skill that we're learning or that we are doing, couldn't tell you how much we appreciate if you jumped on there and let us know. Now, I've just realized my chat is not here, so I'm just firing that up, guys, so give me a hot minute, as well as sort of run through what we're going to go through this episode. Okay, sorry guys. Teach me what a good start. This what every pilot episode needs, just a little bit of a hiccup up front, but honestly, exciting times. So yeah, we're learning lockpicking today. I've got an array of locks here that we can work with, as well as some practice locks, as well as some real locks, some hard ones. And I had a little bit of a gander, straight up, to sort of see how hard this is going to be. And it's hard. This is something that's probably you're not going to learn within a stream, but you're going to understand the principle of it, and that's what we're pretty much going to be going through here today. To sort of aid us with all that, I'm gonna bring up I'll find just a page, like a good wiki page or WikiHow page or something like that. I'm just to sort of how to introduce you into it, and that's pretty much what we're gonna do. So while I am loading up my computer here, so I've got two computers, one of the streaming computer and one for my traditional gaming computer, because usually on a Thursday night I'm doing some gaming there, but at the moment we're using this thing for the research computer. Okay, while I'm doing all that, let me just sort of show you what we're running with. This is our selection tonight. Got the down cam, that's why you can see this sucker in the middle, and excuse these meat hooks, but this is our instruments tonight. And let me give you a little bit of a rundown. So these are our tools. I've had this kit just sitting here for a little while. So they're an array of, they call them wrenches. And these tools here are your picks, and there's different types of picks. And in fact, because I'm so bad at remembering all this information, I am going to get a page up and we'll just run through it. And then we'll try our first pick. And I will show you pretty much exactly what happens when you go inside a lock. And basically explain how a lock functions. You guys know how a lock function, the intricates. Okay, I'm just in the process of mirroring the screen. I totally started this way. I was not prepared for it, but I thought time is a running, so I thought I might get in there. Okay, well, first things, let's focus on the practice lock here, and we'll sort of see what are we looking at. Where are we? Is that even there? Nope. It's got like a 300 millisecond delay here. Anyway, so this is inside the lock that we're going to be using today as our practice lock there. And you can see the pins, the springs, call this. I should remember what that's called, in fact. I will bring that up in a second. Hell yes, NPC. Has it come through okay? I've got it on 3 things at the moment. I've got it on Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer. I do have a restream bot that should just send it out there, but for some reason it didn't include the actual links. Anyway, so we need to figure all that out. We're getting there. Pilot stream. Are we going to get picked up by the big studios? We don't know yet. Maybe. Okay, so just to sort of get us started, I'm going to find a wiki page here and see how hard that is, just to show it. Is this going to stuff me up? Okay, cool. We're on. So this is my desktop here, and we will run through. I'll literally just Google it, man. Just in case I haven't cleared the history. You always clear your browser history, kids. Always. And I haven't got the noise gate on here at the moment, just so you can hear all those picks, all those clicks, those clickety clacks. How to pick a lock? What do you think? Wiki how? Okay, this is going to help a lot. So we're just learning life. This is the channel. We can definitely streamline this so it gets a little bit, it can be a little bit better. But this is pretty much it. I'm so wary of this camera here. So I absolutely yeeted it the other last time there, so I need to be a bit careful. So basically, let's go through the basics here. Find a wiki page and work it out. Okay, so the tension wrench. So the tension wrench and the pick. Okay, cool. So I got. We will get back to the down camera. But we got both of these suckers here. So the tension wrench and the which is this guy here, and the pick. So tension wrench and the pick, and this is the lock. But I do want to just at least go through the inside of this lock here, and we'll just try and dissect, see what we're working with. So if we have a read, gather your lock picking supplies, which we have. It's going to run through what it recommends. I'm trying to like literally look through this camera here. And basically just explains what's in the professional lockpicking kit. Now the brand that I've got, that's another thing as well. Don't skimp out if you are sort of looking to get into this. And remember, it's just a hobby. That's all it is. Sparrows is the brand that I've got here. So a Sparrow lockpicking set. It's yeah, you don't really want to skimp out on that when you're learning, just from what I've been watching. When they get a bit, when you get pretty good, they say you should, there's nothing wrong with skimping out a little bit, but for now, if you're learning, it's best just to get a good professional set, or a good high quality set. Cool, so this is going to sort of explain what's on the inside. So, oh yeah, there's also few types of picks, and they're called rakes, and I'll show you an example of that. Oh, awesome, thanks brother. We made it, dude. Yeah, picks and rakes, which we'll explain through in a second. But the most important thing is, and we are a little bit skipping through, but I'll do a little bit of a read. Oh, that's sick, dude. Oh, the mixer panel link. Oh, interesting. I threw a few things together like a madman. So, rightio. So here it does a little bit of a breakdown. The tension wrench, which is called the torque wrench. Remember, this is the tension wrench here. This sucker. I'll bring this up. So the tool is a thin piece of metal with flared ends. It is L-shaped or Z-shaped, where the diagonal line of the Z is straight, and it's inserted into the plug. What is the plug? They haven't really shown it on this side, but it's basically this little sucker down here. A lockpick, which is this guy here. They generally have a handle that narrows into a thin pointed piece where the metal curves slightly at its end, and the pick manipulates the inner parts, the pins, of the lock mechanism. And you can see in this diagram here, the pins are these suckers, and they're pushing down. That's why every lock is different. Every key is different. When you put a key into a lock, it's not going to work with your neighbor's lock, even if it's the same brand, same manufacturer, because the grooves in the key are going to they're going to be unique. They're going to be different. And the way that it works, these pins here, when they get to a certain level, based on the groove of the key, that is when the cylinder will spin. So the rake, which is basically like a special type of pick, picks with many ridges. Some rakes may have a triangular point on the end or be rounded, and these are scraped across the inside of the lock mechanism to disengage it. So just another mechanic of picking. So I'll go through these things here. Tension wrench, pick and rake. That's all pretty simple. Pretty self-explanatory, but I will go through it. That's the whole point here, guys. We're learning. And this is sort of a bit of an example of how to actually do the process. But we'll keep going. For solving the common tumbler lock, so that's what we're using here. So it says here, note the main goals of the lock picking process when applying light pressure with your tension wrench on the keyway. Again, this is the diagram here. The keyway here. You're pushing the pins up inside the keyway with your pick one by one. So those pins, you're just trying to plop them up there into their home. When a pin is lifted enough, the tension from the wrench will prevent it from falling and the next pin can be set. So you want to go one by one till they're all set and they're all in a certain spot. And then when all these pins are set, it'll open. These are some really great diagrams here. So let's take what we've learnt. Here we go, this is pretty cool. Let's take what we've learnt and we'll put this into practice. Okay, this camera's probably a little bit all wonky because I hit it before. Is that alright? Nope. Okay. Let's try this practice one. So again, this is the guy here. You can see those pins in the inside right there. That's what we're going to be pushing up. And you can actually, if you have a lock at home, you can see the front pin or the first pin just staring at you. So let's give it a crack. So first we're going to apply it, put the, just so I've got the actual exact terminology here. I'm going to put the tension wrench. Get a good picture. And you don't want to put a lot of pressure at all, just the smallest amount. Just ever so slightly. Just the smallest amount just to put it into place. And what we're going to do there, and you know, basically handle it that whatever way makes it feel comfortable. If you can see these pins here, can I get it up nice and high? I'll try it like that. Okay, cool. We're going to slightly put this up. Now it is cheating because I can see it, but try picturing this. I'm trying to do this without wiggling as well. I'm trying to keep it nice. Going through and you can sort of feel them, but honestly it is cheat mode when you can see it. And then eventually they'll lock in, or they'll be set, and that'll unlock. Oop. Nice, dude. That's commitment. Absolutely. So I'll try and do that a little bit slower. I keep putting this up. I keep have to remember it's an iPhone camera, and the camera's in the corner there, so I need to be a bit careful. So I'm going to do that again as carefully and as slowly as I can. And we'll see exactly what we're dealing with. So again, you want to get the tension wrench, put the slightest amount of tension on there. Slightest amount, you can sort of see it move a little bit. Just to set it into place. That's all you want to do. You don't want to force it. And we're going to move through these pins. Put that nice and trying to get this so it looks nice. You can actually feel it a little bit and you can hear it. And this wrench, sorry, this pick that I'm using is a little bit harder. Sorry, it's small. Actually, I think I might even have selected a size of the tension wrench, just a little bit too thick. There, you do get different sizes. Man, struggling with the bloody practice lock where I can actually see it. But yeah, the most important thing you're going to find is the tension you want to put. And I'm actually somehow struggling with a block that you can literally see through. Thanks, Cassetta. Thanks for jumping in. Hope the music's okay. It's not sort of distracting the whole purpose of the video. I mean, I nailed this last time. It's G, awesome. I'll tell you what's nice and slow. I'm gonna actually swap out this tension wrench. I've got a few different sets here. I'm gonna get one that's a little bit thinner. So obviously different sizes based on the different lock. Again, let's take the advice from the WikiHow page. I'm gonna set it, not put too much pressure on, just the smallest bit. So you kind of have to remind yourself it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But don't let the pins be like a factor of how difficult a lock can be. I've got a couple of 4-pin locks here that are stupidly more complicated, and obviously you can see what's going on here, but at the same time the same principle goes in. You shouldn't really have to be concentrating too much. Sorry, that's so dumb. You can basically, when you're working on a lock, picture where the pins are, try and get a little bit of a feel, and hear what's going on there, because obviously you can't see inside the lock. Can't do it, guys. So let's keep reading here, because I feel like I definitely do need it. I think I might have skipped over a few things, so we'll go back and we'll relay what we're thinking. So here it is. Basically, this is the diagram of basically what we just did then. So the light pressure with the tension wrench, you're going to push the pins inside the keyway. Absolutely, my man. Yeah, that's a good point. Let's sort of picture the mechanics of the lock with different types of picks. So we're going to try the rake now. Now with the rake, you think to yourself, oh, and this is something I read today. You think you can just get in a good spot. You think you can just you know, literally rake it, and eventually you'll unlock it. And it's true, but there is a certain technique, and it's a rocking technique. So when you've got the tension on there, basically the idea is eventually you'll get all these points, all these pins all lined up perfectly when you're doing it, then it'll unlock. So we're going to try that. We're going to try the rocking method with the rake, and we'll have a bit of an idea of what's going on. So we get it all set. So as you can see there, got the rake in there. Gonna rock up and forward. And you can see the pins, the way that they're moving when I'm doing that. It's kinda I had a little bit of high frame camera, so this is just a 30 frame per second camera, but it is a pretty effective method. I'll try it again and I'll get a bit better of a picture for you. So you want to slip it in. You can see this when I do that. Watch that, ready? Watch the pins. Slowly start to move up. See that? You can even see the springs. When I'm just going to push the whole rake up. You can see them move a little bit. Anyway, so the idea is you want to up and forth. And then it unlocks. It's pretty effective, and that's probably, you ask yourself, why even bother with these little pins here, these picked ones here, when you can unlock a lock like this with a rake in effectively just, you know, much quicker time. Well, you get more complicated locks, much more complicated, and you've got these things called safety pins, which are designed to literally prevent lockpicking. So it means you want to have a pin, and you can sort of see it on the key there, that doesn't go up at all. You want it so it'll sort of push through with the, you know, with the correct key size, but the pin, the safety pin, doesn't actually go in there. It stays down. We'll touch up on that shortly. So that's pretty cool, right? We sort of got a little bit of an idea. There's another one as well. It's a different type of rake. And we'll go through these. I promise I'm not just going to smash through. See if this focuses on him. Is he not going to do it? Okay. This guy here, it's another different type of rake. I can't remember the name of it, but same sort of motion. These here, just the rocking motion. Where are we? We go up and down, up and down. Same thing. So, cassetta. I'm trying to how close did I get? Visually 2 together. Let's get visually. Right. let's keep going. So if he says here, pretty much exactly what we're doing here. We're pushing these pins up to then meet a line here. When a pin is lifted enough, the tension from the wrench will prevent it from falling, which is what we're doing. Visualize. Oh, yes. Oh, boy. We'll edit that one out. And when all the pins are set, the lock will open, which we've just been demonstrating. So to determine the direction of the key which is turned, we can go past that. That's just like, have a bit of a guess. When you're using the tension wrench, wiggle it up and down, and you're going to get an idea of which way the key is going to turn, or which way, what direction it is. Investigate the pins with your pick. So insert your pick into the keyway and gently feel the outline of the pins. Gently feel the outline of the pins using your pick. That's a good one. So single out one that is accessible. Apply light but slowly increase pressure to the pick until you feel the springs of the pin give way. A lot of this is just feeling it. Hey, a lot of it just putting it through. So hearing it, but also feeling it. And it's a pretty delicate thing, but you know, you can get there. Try to hold the image of the pins in your mind. So doing so, you can help keep track of the solved pins positions. That's a good one, but it's hard. It's easy. It's so much easier to say that than to be like, okay, I think like the third pin is in its slot, but I can't see it, so I just have to assume it. By applying increasing pressure on a single pin, you can test the resistance of the pin and springs. Some may be stiffer than others and require more pressure. Okay, that's a good one. Generally, the inner pins of locks are relatively delicate, always ERR on the side of too little force to prevent accidental lock or picking. I don't know what that is. But that's a good little tip. I guess, like, yeah, each pin's going to be a bit more different, have a different sort of resistance. Apply gentle pressure on the keyway with the tension wrench, and that says insert your tension wrench into the bottom or the top of the keyway and turn the wrench with gentle pressure. Feel how the plug shifts. Okay, so a lot of these are some pretty cool diagrams. This is what we're going to try here, okay? We're going to try and feel now. Look at all these pins. This is a complicated lock here, but we'll take that information and we're going to try this. With an actual lock now. I don't know whether or not this is smart just to go straight with the master lock, because I know this guy here actually has a safety pin in it. So I have personally tried to do this one before, and it is a monster. It's only tiny. You can have a look in there. You can see the pin just barely at the top. I'll just rotate it here. You can see it there. There it is. That's the guy there. That's what we're trying to get. And there's 4 in here. We'll give it a crack. We will try some. This guy is super thin. Yeah, and I've got the different types of picks. There can be different thicknesses as well. We'll try this guy. Straight away you can see that that's actually locked in the first one. If I put that down, you can kind of see it already there. It's a bit hard, but I'll point to it. It's where this guy is here. It's very, very, very light. It doesn't take a lot of pressure at all. So that's already locked in, for example, right there. So that's what we're going to sort of be going with. One, and the first one's come down. Yeah, so a little bit of pressure. 2. I got the second one in there. Got the first one. Which loves to come down. 2. Alright, that first one keeps coming down. I might actually have a bit thicker of a tension wrench. This guy is super thin. Oh, that's much better. Okay. So that's the first pin. Just got a little bit of pressure on there. Second one. And the safety pin is in the middle, I believe. Tough, man. Like, that first one comes down. Like, I can feel them all setting, right? But that's not the way that it works. The way the safety pin is, it tricks you. It makes you think that they're all set in there. But remember, the safety pins are supposed to be there to prevent unauthorized access. and a little bit of persistence, you can get it. So got that safety pin in there, but it's definitely not the most cost time effective one. Hey, you could be absolutely in an absolute rush there. You need to get out of there quick. So I'm getting a bit of feedback here just from the stream. It's not as in getting a few skipped packets here. So I'm just going to take a bit of a look and see what's going on with the performance. So I'll be back in a... Actually, no, we'll do it live. It's all good. But how's it for you guys? The CPU is getting absolutely smashed. Yeah, that's why. So this camera, yeah, it's not liking that camera at all. I don't know what the dealio of that is. It was doing it fine before. Bugger. This poor computer just not handling it that well. Okay. Let me just try something. Let me just turn this. Oh, you know what? I reckon it's because I'm doing two things. Let me mute that. Doing this live, guys. And it just fixes it. Oh yeah, I figured out what that is. Sorry, there was probably a bit of a time there where I was just absolutely lagging like a dog. It's because I was basically, yeah, trying to stream something at the same time as my streaming computer. So if you missed it, I got this sucker. We'll try it again. So we're going to try the same thing we've just worked through here. These pins. You can see them in here. We want to get this little sucker and 3 of them up in here. I've explained that so stupidly as well. You want to sync these pins up. You want to lock them into place. We were literally just talking about this. I need to be better at reading instructions, eh? Oh yeah, put the pins in the keyway. That's pretty much what we're doing. So there's 4 here. I'm pretty sure the third one is a safety pin. So we're going to give it another test now. So start it off, locking in that first one, which we've just done. I've got a little bit of pressure there. Can I show you? So that guy's locked in. We'll try the other 2 at the back. One there. One there. You just have to sort of feel your way through. Sort of walk through it. So that first one, if I had a key so you could visualize this, the front of the key would be probably the highest point. So that means when you're putting it in there, that pin would be going all the way at the top, right at the top here. So this pin in here, can't really see that pin there, which is currently in position. We'll go right at the top, but right there, that's actually locked in there. And if I can get these other guys, no, we'll just leave that pressure as it is. If I can get these other guys in, which I think I have. No. Oh. getting close with it each time. Yeah, this master lock is a dog. I'll give it one more crack. It feels like there might be a certain order you're supposed to do it. I've sort of been going the front to back, but I might do back to front. I don't have much luck. Anyway, we got it before, so I do want to show you some other ones here. These are ones that the brand is Lockwood. It's a little bit of an older one. These ones you find in doors and things like that. So again, I can't remember where I got this one here. I think it was just an old one. But yeah, good for practicing. That's it there. That's the full guy. Cool. Let's give this a crack. So I actually haven't done this one yet. And this tension wrench, now you want to find the direction that it goes. Looks like it's going to go clockwise. So we pull it down. So we'll try that, I think, anyway. So I don't think it might actually go the other way. But anyway, I'll try clockwise. No, it's actually anti-clockwise. Okay. Just adjust accordingly. Hey, what though? Even that is just not letting me lock it in. Ah. This guy's just, yeah, it's not even letting me lock it in. They are going up, so I might try the rake method and go anti-clockwise. Down, just like you're rocking it. They are sort of locking in, but Yeah, just it's sort of not sticking. It's a hard one. What do you reckon, guys? Which way is that going? It looks like it's more anti-clockwise, right? It's tough to say, eh? Definitely locking in because you're hearing those pins snap up. Yeah, it's a tough one. Right, here's a traditional house one. This is called the Lockwood, so we'll try and take what we've learnt. At least get one of these suckers, eh? So these are just traditional. These aren't the ones you normally find with people who do practice the lock picking. These are literally old house locks. Had someone selling them on Facebook Marketplace. Just googled practice locks. This guy used to install locks in houses, so we got some mad deals. So the guy here, if we hear this, they are snapping in, so we're in the right spot. I think there might be only 3 pins. Yeah, there's 3 snaps there. So 1 there, 2. I'm gonna guess another safety pin. Try the old Rakeman today. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for the fellow Galactic Zoom. Yeah, that's right, dude. Well, it just means like you can get a noob like me who could just literally find like a WikiHow page. Just hope for the best. So I'm just trying the raking method, which is up and down, up and down. With a little bit of tension. A little bit. I'll tell you what, one thing when you do read these articles, they don't tell you how much stress it puts on the hands, eh? These old meat hooks. Try to get this nice and close. That's it there that we're trying to do. Just a standard old house lock. Don't get any ideas. They're all locking in, but yeah, they're just not lining up, hey. Hence, why it is a little bit difficult. So as I'm Well, I was showing this before, just the pages I've been looking at, but it just sort of started wigging the stream out. So I'll just read through a few things. To see if we can get a bit more of an idea. I feel like there's actually a thing called a binding pin. How to be a criminal. Wiki how. Right, yeah, so this one, it's called a binding pin, which is you're applying gentle pressure to the plug again with your tension wrench. Insert a pick into the keyhole. Slightly touch the pins with your pick as you apply tension. Release the tension on your wrench. Continue to press until you identify one pin that resists more than the others when the light tension is applied. This is the first binding pin. When you identify the binding pin, maintain steady pressure on your tension wrench. Too much pressure will cause the lock to freeze, too little will mean they'll reset. So that makes a little bit of sense. I think that's pretty much what's happening here. Let's identify that binding pin. So basically, you're going through all the pins in here. I think there's about 3. And there's no pressure on this keyhole at the moment. I can't remember the word for this, which is pretty bad. I'll just get it up here just so I've got it as I'm referencing. The cylinder, they're calling it. Or the lug. So you want to try and find, yeah, basically the binding pin, which is that one that you need to set first and then the others after it. So as you can see in here, you should have 3 pins. You want to try and find that binding one. So let's just go put a little bit of pressure with the tension wrench here, a bit of pressure. No tension at all, not a lot of resistance. So even with maximum tension, they all seem to be going up. Oops, sorry. So light tension here. I'm just trying to set all these pins individually and trying to identify if there actually is a binding pin. is a tough one, eh? Ah, it's a tough one. But we're getting there. I feel like I need to get back to the basics, and I'll show you exactly what we're trying to do here. But this guy here doesn't have any binding pins. They're all just going in there at a certain pressure. So let's reset, regroup, and try and figure out exactly what we're doing here. So putting that tension wrench in, which is a little bit thicker. That into the keyway, they're calling it. Let's see all the pins there. A little bit of tension, and these should stay in. They are. That was lovely, nothing, hey. Very little tension. I wonder if you should be able to see just the smallest amount. I think that's my key here, hey. Let's just go on through. Okay, let's get back to this monster that we were doing before. So if you guys want to look this up, this is the number 14 master lock. See that brush? It must be stainless steel, right? Get that tension wrench. Pick. I'm going to go through just the tiniest bit of pressure this time. Alright, the binding is the second pin. So you want to set all of the other pins there. And then just slightly put that binding pin in. But you don't want to let it go too much because otherwise they'll reset, and that's what's been happening. I feel like it's just gonna come out, eh? Is it? It's awesome. so sensitive, hey, like they're resetting really easily. So I've got, if you have a look through here, a bit hard to tell, but that's the second pin. The first one's set, the second one, which I believe is the binding, it's just been so stubborn. Oh, finally. Got it. So that's all it is. So basically the way this one works is you've got 4 pins here. And I'll show you how easy it is to put it through. Because you're putting the key through. Just picture putting a key through and how easy it's supposed to be. So that's the pin that goes up. Try and get a bit of picture so it looks. So that one goes up normally. And then the third and the fourth going up as well, as in you're not putting a lot of tension in, but that binding pin, which is the second one, basically when you've locked in, or if you set those 3 pins there, you then want to put your pick on the binding pin, put pressure on it, and then slowly let go of the pressure. And then it'll eventually lock in, and then your keyway will actually engage. Let's try that. Well, those older ones are hard. This one's supposed to be like a good entry level, like safety pin one. But we'll try that again. So again, I'm gonna go from the back in this time. So smallest amount of pressure. I'll just test it, the first one, which works. So okay, cool. First one, that's fourth one, third one, and then first one. I'm going to the fourth pin, third pin. First pin is just not getting in there. Fourth pin, third pin. First pin, I don't think that's going to get it. It's a tough one. That's just single picking. So yeah, it's an interesting one. It's like I said, it's not really a skill you're going to be able to pick up overnight. It's definitely something, yeah, it takes a little bit to work on, and especially like people can do this so quick as well. They're just so used to it. But oh, we got that one there tonight as well. Boom, boom, boom. Binding pin, which is definitely not entry level sort of stuff. So that's pretty cool. Bit of an experiment. Bit of what is this? The pilot episode of Teach Me. Hope it was okay. Hope I didn't. There's definitely going to be some more creative things, but this is definitely setting the foundation. Like, you can think of some pretty cool ways that we can definitely have a bit of fun with this. Thinking maybe when I do it as well, I might have like the side, for example, I can't really show you. Like on this side here, maybe like I can move this thing over, for example, and have like this barrier here, or this panel here. The website that we're referring to, so you guys can sort of see me read what I'm doing at the same time. Same for Mr. NPC when he does his Teach Me. But it's cool, right? That's a cool idea. Yeah. We did good, mate. Anyway, guys. Hope it was fun. If you have any requests or anything like that, I might come back to this one when I have a bit more of an idea. Maybe like an advanced level of it. It's just, it is very interesting. It's really fun to do. Definitely more fun to do it in person. What is, you know, to have it here. But yeah, definitely it's something that you probably really can't learn in one sitting. But stick with it. I will definitely have to do a soldering one again pretty soon. Do like a little project or something like that. That'd be fun. But in the meantime, thank you so much for sticking around. Hope it was okay. Hope you enjoyed it. And when's the next one on, Mr. NPC? I think is it tomorrow? We're doing back to back? We might be doing back to back. We might be doing a dual stream sort of thing. Maybe. If you enjoyed it, guys, consider punching in a follow there. Just so we're trying to accumulate right now. We just started pilot episode, so if you enjoyed watching a little bit of something a bit different than what you normally watch, or maybe you do like a little bit of the crafting stuff, yeah, follow is greatly appreciated. We also got our schedule, which we'll be putting up a bit more regularly on the Discord, which is down below there, as well as a few other links there. But other than that, awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks for sticking around. I think next stream is tomorrow. Anyway, we'll post it. Take it easy.